you're always self-centered, I mean, everything is for you. It's yourself is God. And we make lousy gods. Humans make really lousy gods, I think. So we've got to let God be God and us be, what we are. And so I think that's what really changes is your focus on who you're serving. You're not serving you, you're serving Christ.
Cheryl had gone. She'd gone to Chicago and said, I can't watch this. Right. But the cocaine was speaking a lot louder than her. And finally, I looked in the mirror, and it looked like my makeup, but it was blood coming down. I think I might have been hallucinating. I don't know. Flushed the rock down the toilet and went to bed for 3 days. And I woke up and I called her and I said, it's done. And she goes, right. She said, you have to prove it. And that was the beginning of our relationship coming back. Of course, one of the deals was we start going to church. And we started going to North Phoenix Baptist. And there was a pastor there, Jackson, who was a Hell's Fire pastor. And there's 6,000 people, and he was talking to me. Because I was a prodigal son. Remember, I grew up in the church. My dad was a pastor. My granddad was an evangelist. And when the band happened, it took me as far away as you could possibly. I was a poster boy for everything wrong. And then when I got sober and everything, came back to the church, realizing that's where I belonged, there. So we started going to, and it's because God opens your eyes and he says, and it's supernatural. And you try to tell that to people and they go, well, yeah, but so's voodoo and so's this. And they go, no, you don't understand. And I could never explain it to you. But when the Lord opens your eyes and you suddenly realize who you are and who he is, it's a whole different world, And right then, I was baptized and I went to my pastor and I said, I think I got to quit being Alice Cooper now. And he goes, really? He says, do you think God makes mistakes? And I went, no. He says, look where he put you. He put you in the exact camp of the Philistines. And you were basically the leader.
That's true.
So now, what if you're Alice Cooper, but what if you're now following Christ? And you're a rock star, but you don't live the rock star life. Your lifestyle is now your testimony. And a lot of people say, I came to Christ because my love of Jesus. I came to Christ because of my fear of God. I totally understood that hell was not getting high with Jim Morrison. Hell was going to be the worst place ever. In fear, I came back to the Lord. But I went to another church and that pastor preached the love of Christ, which now you put the two together and it was exactly right.
Yes. Well, the Bible even says some saved by fear. And there's a point where some people, they need the hell scared out of them.
I'm telling you, I had, because I knew if I died, and I knew, in other words, I knew who Christ was, Jesus Christ was. And I was denying him because I was living my own life and I was living my life without him. I knew that there had to either come a point where I either accepted Christ and started living that life, or if I died in this, I was in a lot of trouble. And that's what really motivated me.
What does that mean when you say accepted Christ? What does it mean to accept Christ?
Well, I don't think we accept Christ. I think we accept the fact that he accepted us, and I just got to a point of saying, I'm tired of this life. And I know that this is right. When people say, well, how do you know that? Put that into words, and I go, you can't put that into words. My decisions.
Before, you always are self. You're always self-centered, I mean, everything is for you. It's yourself is God. And we make lousy gods. Humans make really lousy gods.